Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a little bit of a different one. This is not something I normally do on this channel, but somebody recently, a developer actually sent me a plugin that they wanted me to showcase on my channel. And normally I don't really do these kind of things, but this plugin was really kind of exceptional in what it did. I think you could really benefit from having it. So yeah, I'm going to show it to you. I'll have a few use cases where it's useful, and yeah, let's dive right into it. So the plugin that I'm talking about, let's open up my master chain here, is called Boost by Ursa DSP. Now you might have heard of this. This is a maximizer. So what it allows you to do is it just allows you to boost the volume. But the way they go about this is very clever actually. It's not just like a limiter with a gain up or something. There's a little bit more to the algorithm that it has. There's a few interesting settings in here. So I'll quickly go over the interface, explain what everything does. Of course, we have like an input and an output section here. So this is input decibels and output decibels. You can boost it, diminish it, whatever you want. We have a main knob here, which is the boost function, which for my master, I'll set at 10%. And that's almost like a dry wet, but in terms of like loudness, how much does it make it louder? And then we have a maximum gain. What this allows you to do is set the maximum amount at which it can boost. So this is almost like a dry wet. How quickly will it start boosting the volume of your track? And this is what is the upper limit of the boost that it will give. Then we have the focus. Now the focus is really interesting because as you can see, it's measured in centimeters actually. And if you go further in meters. Now what this means is it's almost like trying to tell you, like turning it into foreground and background elements. So thinking of your mix as foreground and background elements, this will shift the focus more to the background elements. So it will take background elements off your track and if you put it high like this, it will try to boost those more than the foreground elements. But if you want the focus to be on the foreground elements, then you can set it lower and then it will focus a lot more on the already loud parts of your track and the already present part of your track to be boosted. Other than that, we have a punch knob here, which just changes what this knob does. We have an emphasis knob, which is kind of the percentage of this punch, either punch or drive if you turn it off. That just adds a little bit of saturation, either to the transients. So emphasis will add it to the transients, which is with punch enabled, and drive will just be a general boost. So you can enhance the transients with this plugin as well. And to further have that, you can also set attack and look ahead ratios as well as release ratios here. So those are a little bit more of a standard like compressor, maximizer type plugin. But the really cool features here are actually this focus and the punch, being able to drive particularly your transients of your track is really, really powerful. So right now in this track, what I've done is I've taken it and I'll just play the kick and bass of this track for you. There's nothing really else going on in here. And it's just kind of adding the last percent. You can see it's already going through a limiter. This is like my main limiter on this track. But to really drive it and to really get it as loud as possible, I actually use this maximizer after the limiter. It's obviously also set to 0.0, so it's going to be really, really loud in terms of the final volume. But boost is just a little bit better of getting the emphasis out of it and getting the real loudness that you want for your dance tracks. So if I play it, this is with, and this is without. You can hear, even though this limiter is really doing much to it, the boost is really taking it to the next level. And that's really what I like about this plugin, is that it's a little bit stronger in maximizing it, and it's not as afraid to like really push it into a limiter, and it can really boost the volume of it. Now, obviously, this really only works if the music really requires it. So if you're not going to mix, or if you're not mastering for the loudest possible, then this might not be something you want to put on your master. But there are also other use cases for it. For example, let's go to these chords that I have here. So I have this little chord sound here. which is just kind of in the background of this other sound. So if we play them together, they're really nicely mixed, and that's mainly to do with the boost. Again, providing that volume to it. And in this case, I did something interesting. I actually took the boost amount and automated that over time. So it starts with 0 boost to still give it kind of a slide in, and it just goes up to 28% here. And that just makes it a little bit more present and standing. It makes it compete a little bit more with that other elements that it's layered with. So without it, it sounds like this. It just gives it a nicer feeling, and it's a nicer loudness. Obviously, also you can see that we've taken the output gain and turned that down as well. So it's not actually reaching 0 dB, whereas without it, it's obviously trying to reach 0 dB. But it's kind of gluing it together in a way that makes it nicer, and it gives it a little bit more of a fade in a way that just sits nicer with this other element here. So that's really useful as kind of like a volume regulator as well. And it allows you to kind of do like volume automations. But because you have boost and the output volume, you have a little bit more control over exactly how they work and exactly how it's going to be pushed into the limiter that is like causing the volume boost that you're doing. So it's a little bit hard to explain, but I think experimenting with it, it's a really cool plugin, and you should definitely give it a try on your own mixes. That being said, there's a demo version of it available, and the full license is like $60 if I remember correctly, or 60 euros. But I'll put a link in the description if you want to just try it out or even buy it. That being said, that's going to be the video for today. I hope you guys like these kind of things, that you want to see me do more of this kind of stuff as well. But yeah, I'll only really do these for plugins that are really, really interesting and really kind of catches my eye. I don't want to take any like sponsorship like this, because after all, this is a sponsorship, as is disclosed in the description and in YouTube as well. But yeah, this is what I have to say about Boost. You should definitely check it out if you really are interested in like loudness and loudness control. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.